Have you ever felt like your energy just isn't what it used to be, even when you're doing all the right things? Maybe you've noticed you get tired faster, catch colds more often, or take longer to bounce back when you're not feeling, well, it's frustrating, isn't it? You eat, you rest, you try to stay active, yet your body doesn't always seem to cooperate the way it used to. Well, you're not alone. As we get older, our immune system naturally slows down. But the good news is, what we eat can make a huge difference. The right foods can do more than just fill our stomachs. They can help protect us from disease, support our immune system, and give us the strength to enjoy life more fully, even in our 60s, 70s, and beyond. In this video, we're going to talk about 7 powerful foods every senior should be eating each week. Not fancy superfoods that cost a fortune or require a special trip to the health store, but simple, everyday foods that can make a big difference. Foods that help your immune system stay strong, support your body's natural defenses, and make you feel more energized and alive. So grab a cup of tea or coffee, get comfy, and let's dive into the first one together. Let's start with something you might already have in your fridge: berries. Whether it's blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, or blackberries, these little fruits are packed with antioxidants. Think of antioxidants like your body's cleanup crew. They help fight off the harmful molecules, called free radicals, that can damage your cells and weaken your immune system over time. Now, you might be thinking, I already eat fruit. Isn't that enough? Well, here's the thing. Berries have a special kind of antioxidant called flavonoids. These have been shown to support immune health and even improve brain function, something we all care about as the years go by. They're also low in sugar compared to other fruits, which is a bonus if you're keeping an eye on your blood sugar. You can toss a handful into your oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or just snack on them fresh. Even frozen berries are great. Just make sure they don't have added sugar. And the best part, they're delicious. It's one of those changes that doesn't feel like a chore. Now, speaking of delicious foods that pull double duty for your health, let's talk about something warm, comforting, and absolutely essential: leafy greens. Yes, I'm talking about spinach, kale, collard greens, and even Swiss chard. These aren't just rabbit food. They're loaded with vitamins and minerals that support your immune system, especially vitamin C and folate. What makes leafy greens especially powerful for seniors is that they're also rich in fiber. That helps keep your digestion regular and supports the good bacteria in your gut. And did you know that about 70% of your immune system lives in your gut? So by feeding those good bacteria, you're strengthening your immune response too. You don't need to eat a giant salad every day, unless you want to, of course. You can sauté spinach with a little garlic and olive oil, add kale to soups or stews, or mix greens into scrambled eggs for a hearty breakfast. A few small tweaks here and there, and you've already added a protective layer to your health. And if you find that the taste of raw greens is too strong, try lightly steaming them or blending them into a smoothie with a banana. That natural sweetness masks the bitterness and makes it easy to get those nutrients without feeling like you're forcing anything. All right, now let's shift to something you might not think of immediately when it comes to boosting immunity. But it's actually a hidden hero in your kitchen: garlic. Yes, good old garlic, the kind you've probably been cooking with for years. This isn't just about flavor. Garlic has been used for centuries as a natural remedy to fight infection, and science backs it up. Garlic contains compounds like allicin, which have been shown to help the body combat viruses and bacteria. It's a natural immune booster, and even a small amount can have a big effect. 1 clove a day, chopped up in a dish or stirred into some soup, can help reduce the severity of colds and support overall immune function. Plus, garlic is also good for your heart, helping to lower blood pressure and reduce cholesterol. That's 2 major benefits in one tiny bulb. If raw garlic is a bit much for your taste, don't worry. Cooking it lightly can mellow the flavor while still preserving many of its health benefits. Just don't overcook it. Burnt garlic loses A lot of it's good stuff. One tip, after chopping or crushing garlic, let it sit for 10 minutes before cooking. That gives those beneficial compounds time to fully activate. And let's be honest, there's something about the smell of garlic cooking in a pan that just makes a house feel warm and homey. It brings back memories, doesn't it? Now, before we move on, if you're enjoying this video so far and finding it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We put out videos like this every week to help you live your healthiest, happiest life after 60, and we'd love to have you as part of our community. So we've covered berries, leafy greens, and garlic, 3 powerful foods that can easily fit into your routine and bring some real benefits to your health. But we're just getting started. There's another food that might surprise you, especially because it's often overlooked in senior diets. Eggs. Yes, eggs. You might not think of them as a superfood, but for older adults, they can be a real game changer. Not only are they budget-friendly and easy to prepare, but eggs are also one of the best sources of high-quality protein, which your body needs more of as you age, not less. You see, our muscles naturally weaken over time, especially if we're not getting enough protein. That can lead to frailty, less mobility, and even a higher risk of falls. But getting in some quality protein like eggs a few times a week can help keep your muscles strong and your energy up. But the benefits don't stop there. Eggs are rich in nutrients like vitamin B12, which many seniors are low in without even realizing it. B12 helps with nerve function, red blood cell production, and mental clarity. They also contain selenium and zinc, 2 key minerals that support the immune system. And yes, I know there's been a lot of back and forth over the years about cholesterol and eggs. But recent research has shown that for most people, eating eggs in moderation, say 1 a day, is not only safe, but beneficial. If you're unsure, of course, chat with your doctor. But for many, adding eggs back into the routine can be a smart, simple choice. You can hard-boil them and keep them in the fridge for a quick snack, scramble them up with some spinach, or poach. Want to enjoy it over toast with a slice of avocado, easy, tasty, and packed with goodness. Now let's talk about something that might already be a favorite in your home, yogurt. But not just any yogurt. I'm talking about plain, unsweetened yogurt with live cultures. This kind of yogurt is rich in probiotics, which are the good bacteria your gut needs to stay balanced and healthy. Remember earlier when we talked about the gut being home to most of your immune system? Well, probiotics help support that environment. They help your body fight off harmful invaders and keep things running smoothly inside. That can mean fewer infections, better digestion, and even a boost in mood. Yes, your gut and brain are more connected than you might think, but there's a trick here. Skip the sugary flavored yogurts that are often loaded with artificial stuff and more sugar than a dessert. Instead, go for plain yogurt and sweeten it yourself with some berries or a drizzle of honey if you like. Greek yogurt is a particularly good option because it's high in protein too. If dairy doesn't agree with you, there are now plenty of plant-based yogurts made from coconut, almond, or soy milk that also contain probiotics. Just check the label to make sure they have live cultures. And while we're on the topic of gut-friendly foods, let's bring in one more that you might already enjoy with dinner. Beans. Lentils, chickpeas, black beans, kidney beans. They're all excellent sources of fiber, protein, and immune-supporting nutrients like iron and zinc. One of the most important things beans do is feed the healthy bacteria in your gut, which helps them thrive and support your immune function. They also help regulate blood sugar, support heart health, and keep you feeling full longer, which can help prevent those afternoon energy dips. Now, if you've been avoiding beans because they cause gas or bloating, here's a tip. Start slow, a few tablespoons at a time, and rinse canned beans really well under cold water to remove some of the compounds that can cause discomfort. Over time, your body adjusts, and many people find they can eat beans regularly without any trouble at All plus, beans are incredibly versatile. You can toss them into soups or stews, mash them into spreads, or mix them into salads. They're hearty, comforting, and incredibly nourishing, exactly what your body needs to stay strong and resilient. And let's not forget, they're easy on the wallet. Eating healthy shouldn't have to mean spending more, and beans are one of the most budget-friendly sources of nutrition out there. So just to pause for a moment, between the eggs, the yogurt, and the beans, we've added some serious strength to your weekly meals. These aren't fad foods or trendy diet tricks. They're simple, everyday staples that your body will recognize, appreciate, and benefit from almost immediately. If you're finding this helpful so far, please give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps us grow and keeps us creating more content for amazing people like you who care about living better, not just longer. Now, before we wrap up this part of our conversation, let's touch on one more food that often gets overlooked, but has some surprising immune-boosting benefits, and that's mushrooms. Not the fancy, hard-to-pronounce ones, just your everyday. White mushrooms, cremini, or even portobellos. Mushrooms contain a unique compound called beta-glucans, which have been shown to enhance the activity of immune cells. In plain terms, they help your immune system recognize and respond to potential threats more effectively. They also have natural antiviral and anti-inflammatory properties, which is a big plus, especially as we get older and our immune system needs a little extra help. What's more, mushrooms are one of the only plant-based sources of vitamin D, especially if they've been exposed to sunlight or UV light during growing. And vitamin D is crucial for seniors. It helps with calcium absorption, supports your immune system, and can even improve mood and reduce the risk of certain chronic diseases. You can sauté mushrooms with onions and garlic, add them to omelets, soups or stir-fries, or even grill them as a meaty substitute in burgers. They're savory, filling, and easy to love once you start experimenting with them. All right, so we've now covered several incredible foods that can truly support your immune health and overall vitality. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Even adding just one or two of these foods into your routine can start to make a difference. And speaking of easy changes that make a big difference, let's not forget about nuts, especially almonds and walnuts. These small snacks are full of big benefits. For starters, they're packed with healthy fats, specifically omega-3s and vitamin E, both of which help reduce inflammation and support immune function. Now, inflammation might not be something you think about every day, but it plays a big role in how well we age. Chronic inflammation is linked to everything from joint pain to heart disease to slower healing. That's why foods that help calm inflammation, like walnuts and almonds, are so important, especially as we get older. Vitamin E, in particular, is one of those nutrients that tends to decrease in our diets over time, but it's essential for keeping our immune system sharp and helping our cells stay healthy. Just a small handful of nuts a few times a week can help fill in the gap, and they make for a great snack that doesn't spike your blood sugar or leave you hungry an hour later. And if you have trouble chewing whole nuts, try almond butter or ground walnuts mixed into oatmeal or yogurt. There are plenty of ways to enjoy them without feeling like you're breaking a tooth. Just watch the portion sizes. They're healthy, but also calorie-dense, so a little goes a long way. Now, the final food I want to talk about is one that's been around for centuries and continues to prove its worth: fatty fish. Think salmon, sardines, mackerel, those oily fish that are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s are not only good for the heart, but they also play a critical role in how your immune cells communicate and function. What does that mean for you? Well, eating fish like salmon a couple of times a week can help reduce inflammation, support brain health, and improve immune response. It's like giving your immune system a gentle tune-up, helping it run more smoothly and respond faster when something tries to knock you off your feet. And here's the thing, fish doesn't have to be complicated. You can bake a salmon fillet with just a little lemon and olive oil. You can buy canned sardines or mackerel, which are incredibly affordable and ready to eat. Even frozen fillets are a great option when you're short on time. If the flavor of fish is a bit too strong for you, start with milder types like cod or tilapia and gradually work in more omega-rich varieties. Adding just one fish meal a week is a great start, and it's a step towards stronger immune defenses, better memory, and even happier joints. So, to recap, without turning this into a lecture, these 7 foods we've talked about aren't meant to make your life harder. They're meant to support you, to give you energy, to help you fight off illness, to make sure your body is getting the kind of fuel that really matters now more than ever. Because here's the truth. Your body may be aging, yes, but it's also incredibly capable of healing, of growing stronger, and of thriving when we give it the tools it needs. And food is one of the most powerful tools we have. Adding in just a few of these foods each week can shift how you feel in your body. More energy, better sleep, fewer aches, more resilience during cold and flu season, and even a brighter mood. These aren't just promises, they're experiences that so many people just like you have felt after making a few simple, consistent changes. Maybe you start by tossing a few berries into your breakfast, adding a scoop of plain yogurt in the afternoon, or cooking a quick omelette with greens for dinner. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. It just has to start somewhere, and that's really the most important message here. It's never too late. You don't need to go back in time or wish for the body you had at 30. What you do have is today, and every choice you make today can support a healthier, more vibrant tomorrow. So be kind to yourself. Try new things. Listen to how your body responds. And if something makes you feel just a little bit better, keep doing it. Health doesn't come from extremes. It comes from consistent, loving care. I hope you found this video helpful and inspiring. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel grow and allows us to keep making content that supports you in every stage of life. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join our community. We're here every week with tips, ideas, and encouragement just for you. And before you go, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one food from today's video that you already enjoy, or one that you're curious to try this week? Your story might inspire someone else who's watching too. Remember, small changes really can lead to big results. You've got the wisdom, the experience, and now a few more tools to help you stay strong, energized, and ready to live each day to the fullest. Here's to living your best life at any age. Take care of yourself. You deserve it.